Welcome to Tam's Side Goodbye. She's ready to take you to new heights. All you gonna do is open your mind. Take a ride and a deep dive into your life.
Hey everybody, today's topic is your INTJ mom like this? And it can also be, is your dad like this? It's just about the parenting style of INTJs. And I want to say, my mom is an INTJ, and I really like having an INTJ mom. I think it's super cool and super fun, and it's been, I guess, a great experience, to be honest with you. So, in this video, I am going to talk about it, but I just want to say that first, because everybody has positives, negatives, stress points. No one is perfect. Everybody, some things are trial and error when it comes to parents. So this is just kind of an overview of what it's like having an INTJ parent and what they're like. So INTJ parents can have a strong parenting style. They expect excellence, whether it's cleaning the house and extracurricular activities such as baseball or playing a musical instrument or academics. They want their children to perform the best of their abilities, no matter what it is. Take my INTJ mom, for example. When I send her one of my videos, she's going to be excited and happy to watch. She's going to always tell me what she enjoyed about it. But there's always going to be a critique and feedback. Even if I do everything she suggested the last time, the INTJ in her will always find something new that I can improve upon and do better. Like change up some of those words, use better transitions, expand upon a particular area or topic. It was too short or too long. There will always be an area that needs to be improved. Everything can always be better. I was classically trained to play the piano for many years. After my performances, my mother would tell me the truth. If it was bad, she told me. She could be tough. I had a friend who once told me she wished she had a mom like mine who told the truth. Instead, she said when she was decorating her house, her mother would tell her everything was wonderful and pretty and perfect. She didn't believe her mother because everything was amazing, and what she wanted was feedback. And this is an ISFJ friend, actually. She didn't believe her mother because everything was amazing, and what she wanted was feedback and the truth so she could make things better or rearrange her decor to make her home shine. INTJs can be kind and give positive feedback, but they're always going to share their honest opinion. This can be great because the child will be able to stretch and evaluate things from a variety of angles as a result of the INTJ parenting style. INTJs expect their children to be self-reliant. For example, when I play piano, I can remember asking my mom to make me practice, and she said, no, you have to want it and use self-discipline. So when I didn't practice as much as I should have, I received consequences from my piano teacher that I didn't like. Unlike some children whose parents won't allow any adult to discipline them, even when the child is wrong, my mother's response would be, do better next time. And she would accept the teacher's feedback and trust the teacher to do their job. They want their children to have strong critical thinking skills. INTJs look for ways to foster their child's independence. That doesn't mean that they don't give their children freedom. They believe that even with freedom comes responsibility. Oddly enough, I had a lot of freedom as a child. I don't remember my mom hovering over me for every little thing, or oh, I'm gonna sit with you and while you do your homework. I played outside with my friends every day, and my mom cooked dinner every night and made sure my clothes were ready the next day, and she was quite busy. I never had to take on an adult role, but I was expected to do my homework, chores, and be the best student I could be. I can remember her working with me on projects to make them better before the teacher would ever see them and give me feedback. I had already erased things before the teacher saw it, changed things up so that I was giving my best before I turned it in for a grade. Slop was not going to be accepted. In an interesting way, they can be lenient and even fun. I could follow my mom around the house and talk her ears off whenever I wanted to, or sit in her room and talk. Because I was able to follow my mom around the house, we could engage in difficult conversations. I could ask complex questions or talk about life. She helped prepare me for the real world. Knowledge in an INTJ's mind is better than ignorance. Frankness to them is a way of showing respect. Protecting protecting children from reality is unwise. At the same time, it's important to gauge where your child is developmentally. I remember working with a parent once, and I'm not sure the parent's MBTI type, but she told her 6-year-old that parents will perish someday. And this created a fear in the child of going to school, enjoying her day, excessive worrying, and unnecessary fear. Children cannot always handle such topics, so one must be careful. I remember actually talking to an INTJ adult who said that her own mother had told her at a very young age that moms perish, and it created so much stress within her, she said. She worried every day and suffered from anxiety through her entire adulthood. And now, to this day, her mother is still alive and in her 90s. So this is an example to show that children are not little adults. And of course, no parent is perfect, but we have to be age appropriate. And the hard truth is not always necessary. And all of this can be applied to male or female INTJ parents. INTJ parents may or may not be interested. I would say probably not, but they could be, depending, in playing with toys or games with their children like some SP types. I recently heard an amazing ISFP mom say, "You're supposed to play with your children." I often waited for my SP aunts, personally, to come over and play with me, play games, or explore my science kits, or bake a cake with me because they had a lot of patience for that. On the other hand, my ISTP father would occasionally go outside with me to play some sort of sport or play catch or go watch a sporting event or go fishing. Personally, I didn't want to sit down and have play dates with my INTJ mom. I didn't see her that way. I liked knowing that she was the mom and I was the child and she protected me. I didn't expect, nor did I have interest in stopping to play a scheduled game with her. There was part of her parenting style that allowed me to go with the flow and do my own things that I really enjoyed. I could joke and be silly with her though, believe it or not, and I felt very comfortable with that. Generally, the child of an INTJ understands that they are the child and the parent is the adult. Although I do not know of an INTJ I do know actually an INTJ parent who scheduled occasional play nights with her child because she has an only child and she didn't want her to feel lonely or not feel like there wasn't anyone to play with. Her daughter would request those fun nights together and they had a blast. INTJ parents may not be that comfortable with displays of affection. Smothering their kids with love, praise, and affection might not feel natural to the INTJ. But you have to keep in mind, children may need hugs and other expressions of love, especially when they're young. So INTJs, you may need to push past your emotional comfort zone in order to show your children how much they are loved. Another challenge for parents with this personality type is offering emotional support. INTJs take pride in being in command of their feelings, and they might expect their children to be able to do the same. But this expectation isn't reasonable. Emotions may be confusing and at times chaotic, but they're perfectly normal, and children need validation and support in order to navigate them. Now, it was something that was kind of funny the other day. Sometimes my mom likes to do crafts and make things and just kind of play around with, arts and crafts and do that kind of stuff. And she sent me a picture of a couple of them that she was working on. And I critiqued her and I tore her up. And what happened was I told her that I wanted her to change one of the things that she was making, and she misunderstood and changed one that I thought was already really good. And so we were like, wait a minute, that one is still, has some flaws and some areas. And I just teased her about how, just teased her and told her all these things she needed to do to make it better. And she thought it was hilarious. So they can have really thick skin themselves. They can usually take, what do you call it? What is it? Criticism. It's considerate criticism, something like that. So anyway, if you have an INTJ parent or you're an INTJ parent, let us know in the comment section how you parent or how you were parented, and what you like, what you don't like, what's frustrating to you, what's not frustrating, so that we can learn together. So if you are having difficulty with someone in your life, it may not be their Myers-Briggs type. It's probably because they are a narcissist. Narcissists are extremely difficult to deal with, and they are becoming more and more prevalent in our society, which is why I actually took the time to write a book about narcissism to help you understand them better so that you can take control of your life and not allow someone to overtake you who is toxic. I'm not a big book writing type of person, but I just felt like it was something I needed to do to help people like me and people like you who want to navigate the world peacefully. So check it out. It's on Amazon. It's called The Workplace Narcissist, but it explores other areas of narcissism as well. So if you want me to do more INTJ videos, let me know by liking this video, hit the bell notification, and remember to subscribe to my channel. My channel is for people who like to be stretched. We can all do Myers-Briggs, but let's stretch. Or if you need to heal or you need to get better in some way, this is the channel for you. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Personality disorders, stay away from them narcs. Watch your personality target, you know who you are. Welcome to Tam Psych Advice.